Lessons 1 to 19 from A Practical Arabic Course by E. Ni'matullah and E. Chevalet. English text edited by E. G. Finch. Preface. It is constantly asserted by Europeans that it is impossible for them to gain even a moderate knowledge of Arabic except after infinite toil. There is a considerable grain of truth in this assertion, for there exists no satisfactory textbook which a beginner can use with confidence, or which is so arranged that the student who has some acquaintance with the language can fix his ideas of the rather intricate Arabic grammar. The existing textbooks are either exhaustive treatises dealing with delicate points of the grammar of classical Arabic, or else they are merely phrase books of colloquial Arabic, giving, often in a faulty transliteration, a few common phrases in a particular dialect. The object of the authors of this textbook has been to provide a scientifically arranged grammar of the language, of the press, and of ordinary business life. The arrangement of the work is as follows. Part 1 deals with the Arabic alphabet. The pronunciation of the letters is explained, as far as possible phonetically, and reading lessons are given. Parts 2 and 3 provide a complete course in all the important grammatical rules with copious vocabularies and exercises. There is an appendix of technical and administrative terms. Throughout the book, the vowel accents have been carefully inserted in the Arabic script. Perhaps the main difficulty in Arabic is that the vowel accents are hardly ever written, and each word has to be learnt by ear before it can be properly used. The authors hope that this feature of the book will prove particularly useful to the student. The lessons have been so arranged as to contain no more matter than can be conveniently mastered in a single day. It is hoped that the book will prove useful to government officials and army officers, and especially to those officials who are required to pass an examination in the Arabic language. The authors, Cairo, December 1907. Symbols and abbreviations. P. Page. M. Masculine. F. Feminine. S. or sing, singular. D. Jewel. PL or plur, plural. Brackets. In the vocabulary, Arabic words enclosed within brackets are only employed in the colloquial language. Apostrophe. This symbol, which is placed over certain letters, denotes a suppressed aleph. The following is the scheme of phonetics adopted in this book to indicate the Arabic pronunciation. A with a circumflex. English A in father. A. English first A in away. E with a circumflex. English AI in pain. E. English E in men. I with a circumflex. English I in machine. I. English I in pity. O with a circumflex. English O in glory. O. English O in top. U with a circumflex. English OU in soup. U, English double O in look. Part 1. Reading lessons. Exercises. First lesson. Letters of the alphabet. Alif. The Arabic alphabet contains 29 letters. E. E is the sound of alif. B, that of be, etc. Be, b, te, t, the, th. Pronounced like th in thin. Vowel accent. Fatha, e. Be, te, the. For the present, we shall only consider the alif when it is placed in the middle or at the end of a word. Thus, it serves to lengthen the vowel sound of the preceding letter, e.g., be is pronounced be and not be. These 3 columns show the form of the letters when written at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a word. Exercise 1. Thebe, bete, tebe, thete, tethe, bethe, tebe. Alif cannot be joined to the following letter in a word. Thebete, bebe, thebete, bete, betete. Second lesson. Letters of the alphabet. Jim. Pronounced usually like G in good. He. Cho. Pronounced like CH in the German Nacht. Vowel accent. Kesre. I. G. He. Chi. When followed by Cha, He, Jim, the letters Be, Te, The are usually written. They are also occasionally written thus, as will be seen later. Exercise 2. Jebe, hijabi, teji, behe, haje, becha, behethe, khobe, jibabi, hijaji, khibe, hibabi, khobabi, hebe, hejebe, tehe, tebehete, hejibi, techobethe, hejeti. Third lesson, letters of the alphabet. Del, d, vel, the. Pronounced like the in though. Vowel accent. Domme, u. The vowel accents are 3 in number. E, I, and u. Du, thu. Del and thel cannot be joined to the following letter in a word. Exercise 3. Debeje, hede, thetu, decha, jevibu, hedethe, dhubije, dejeju, hedithu, jedebe, جاد حذا جاحد حدب جذاذ تحادث ذباب حداد ذابج تجاذب. Fourth lesson, letters of the alphabet. Ra, r, zain, z, fathatan, n, run. The sign fathatan, which adds the sound of n to fatha, must be followed by alif, which, however, has no vocalic value. Zen. Ra and zain cannot be joined to the following letter in a word. Exercise 4. Rohibe, Ratiben, Zedu, Berahan, Jarihu, Bukharan, Birazan, Turabu, Radadu, Rajihan, Hajizu, Zajira, Rutaban, Jidaru, Kharabu, Zujajan, Badira, Jiradan, Juzuran, Jirahan. Fifth lesson, letters of the alphabet. Sin, s. Sin is pronounced like S in C. Sheen, sh. Kesraten, in. Sin, shin. Exercise 5. Shebabin, Jeseden, Khoshebu, Sajin, Sabihin, Siraju, Hasidan, Derose, Shirabu, Hasebe, Khodeshe, Harisin, Shiraran, Sahabu, Habase, Sahirin, Tashajara, Sadisu, Sharisin, Sadadan, Shabahu, Sitarin, Shajaran, Sajidin, Dasa, Hasharatin. Sixth lesson, letters of the alphabet. Thawd, th. Thawd has an emphatic pronunciation like that of S in the French song. Dod, d. Dod has an emphatic pronunciation like that of D in the French dant. Dammatan, un. Fon, ton. Exercise 6. Fobahun, Hefode, Dororon, Fohibun, Dojaj, Hisaran, Rothofu, Khada, Hisasun, Khidabu, Furachin, Hafora, Fode, Doriban, Fodirun, Dobabu, Rodin, Thobirun, Dojerun, Khosiba. Seventh lesson, letters of the alphabet. Thaw. Thaw has an emphatic pronunciation like that of T in the French tombe. Wa, w. Wa has an emphatic pronunciation like that of Z in the French horizon. Sukoon. A letter over which there is sukoon is pronounced as a mute letter. T. V. Exercise 7. طربًا طرح حذو طرد خطاب شطط طرزا خبط بساط خطب طبخا شطب ضابط حطب سطح رباط حضار شاطر خطر شرط. 8th lesson, letters of the alphabet. Ain, Ghain, Gh. Ain and Ghain. It is impossible to express these two letters phonetically with any degree of exactitude. Ain may be represented as guttural short A apostrophe and Ghain as a strongly aspirated G. But the learner would do well to learn these sounds by ear from a native. Shedde. The shedde indicates that the letter over which it is placed is doubled. Exercise 8. Abdin. تعذب. غضب. ربع. عدد. عصرا. عرش. رغب. ذراع. غرر. غرد. رعد. غدار. عرب. صباغ. عزابا. غراب. تعزز. رعب. تعبا. 9th lesson, letters of the alphabet. Fa, f, qaf, q, pronounced like a guttural Q. Fin, qin. Exercise 9. فخر. قصبا. جفاف. برق. تفاح. قصرا. شرق. ظرف. فحص. حقق. فراش. قبض. فجرا. قرار. فراق. فتش. فرحا. صفق. قدح. فرجا. عفاف. رقص. سقفا. فراخ. 10th lesson, letters of the alphabet. Kaf, lam, kin, lin. Exercise 10. كتاب. قلب. تكدر. بفل. كتف. لطف. كبار. لاحظ. Lam followed by alif is written lam alif. ضاحك. لغات. شكر. جلد. حبل. جلال. شباك. حلاق. كسلا. كرب. كذاب. كلب. فاضل. شك. قال. كك بقال. 11th lesson. Letters of the alphabet. Mim, m. Noon, n. Me, ne. Exercise 11. Neme, semene, jannatu, قطح, نظم, نجل. Noon is sometimes written or malikun, nadimin, mishmishu, nejmun, miraran, صنف, نظام, جمل, بنان, مثل, منبر, نملا, محلا, نصر, منن, مانعا, علم, نعم, عثمان. 12th lesson. Letters of the alphabet. He, h. Waw, w. Hin. This is the form of final he when alone. Win. Waw is never joined to a following letter. Exercise 12. Nehrun. Tahaddada. Duhuru. Waw without a vowel sign over it serves to lengthen the sound of the preceding letter, e.g. duhur, and not duhur. Maw'udun, zehrun, wetanun, mawaddatu. Final hair bearing two dots is simply a te and is called te marbuta. It is almost always the sign of the feminine gender. Wahabin, humumun, kurhin, jama'atan. The te marbuta bearing fathatan is never followed by the alif, which has no vocalic value. Jahlun, weraqun, wusulan, muhadhabatan. 13th lesson. Letters of the alphabet. Lam alif, la. Lam alif is only the combination of lam and alif. Ya, la, ya. Like alif and waw, ya without a vowel sign is used to lengthen the sound of the preceding letter, e.g. fi, and not fi. Ya is sometimes written or. Exercise 13. قطيع, يابس, على. Final alif without its two dots has no value in pronunciation and is called alif maqsura. Thus, ala is pronounced ala. يوم, هلالا, مصطفى, عافية, ليلا, ياقوت, عبيدا, مصري, يمين, عظيم, كريمة, شريفة. 14th lesson. Letters of the alphabet. Alif, madda. The madda is used to lengthen the alif over which it is placed. Thus, alif madda equals 2 alif. Wethla. The wethla is placed especially on the initial alif of certain words beginning with alif lam, preceded immediately by a vowel accent or by a distinct vowel sound. It renders this alif mute and joins the preceding syllable to the following letter, e.g., min al-babi must be read as min al-babi and not mina al-babi. Anun babin inaban. Exercise 14. Adamu bil jannati amalun mathir. When a word ends in an unaccented letter, the latter is pronounced as if it had over it a sukoon. If the letter is ta marbuta, it is pronounced like ha. Mathir. Min al-madrasati. آلافا آلام بالخير آخر كتاب الولد. When a word, ending in a letter over which there is no vowel sign, has dependent upon it another beginning with alif madda, the unaccented letter is pronounced with the sound of e, e.g., كتاب الولد آمن ماكل بستان آخذ صباح الخير. 15th lesson, lengthening letters. Alif, waw, ya, hamza. The hamza is rarely written alone. It usually accompanies the alif and is also written over the waw or the ya, which loses its two dots. This sign is placed above these letters, except when the alif is written with kesra, in which case it is placed beneath, thus I. These three letters are called weak or lengthening letters. Exercise 15. Ukhtu. The hamza renders the letter which it accompanies mute and has only the sound of the vowel by which it is accompanied. Khati. Jaza'in. If a weak letter is preceded by a similar vowel accent, it serves to lengthen this vowel accent. Fatha is similar to alif, dhamma to waw, and kasra to ya. Ikramen. Bi'r. Edebu. Shu'unan. Ihsan. Al-amalu. شيئا لؤلؤ حينئذ مؤلفا شاطئ قراءة. 16th lesson, revision of the alphabet, etc. 1. Letters of the alphabet. Alif, ba, ta, tha, جيم حاء خاء دال ذال راء زين سين شين صاد ضاد طاء ظاء عين غين فاء قاف كاف لام ميم نون هاء واو ياء. 2. Vowel accents and signs. A. Vowel accents and signs which can be used with all the letters of the alphabet. Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma, Fathatan, Kasratan, ضمتان. Sukoon, shadda. B. Signs which can only be placed over the alif. Madda, wasla. C. Sign which can be used with alif, waw, and ya, or which can be written alone. Hemze. 17th lesson, solar and lunar letters. Alif Lam. Ash-Shams. When the particle Alif Lam is joined to a word beginning with one of the 14 solar letters, the lam of this particle is not pronounced and has no sukoon over it, but a shadda is placed over the solar letter, e.g., ash-shams is pronounced ash-shams and not al-shams. The solar letters are so called from the word shams, sun, which begins with one of them, al-qamar. Before the other letters, which are called lunar from the word qamar, moon, which begins with one of them, the lam of alif lam is pronounced and carries sukoon, e.g., al-qamar, and not aq-qamar. The solar letters are ta, tha, dal, ذال, راء, zain, sin, shin, صاد, ضاد, طاء, ضاء, lam, noon. Exercise 16. الشمس القمر الضرورة من الأرض الأم بالدراهم الذهب في الدار العنب الظهر حقيقة الخبر مواد القانون مدينة لندن. When a word ending in ta merbuta without a vowel sign has another word dependent on it, the ta is pronounced, e.g., Madinatu Lundun. The city of London is pronounced Madinatu Lundun. 18th lesson, the numerals. 0, صفر, صفر, 0, صفر. 1, واحد, واحد, 1, واحد. 2, اثنان, اثنان, 2, اثنان. 3, ثلاثة, ثلاثة, 3, ثلاثة. 4, أربعة, أربعة, 4, أربعة. 5, خمسة, خمسة, 5, خمسة. 6, ستة, ستة, 6, ستة. 7, سبعة, سبعة, 7, سبعة. 8, ثمانية, ثمانية, 8, ثمانية. 9, تسعة, تسعة, 9, تسعة. 10, عشرة, عشرة, 10, عشرة. 11, أحد عشرة, أحد عشرة, 11, أحد عشرة. 12, إثنى عشرة, إثنى عشرة, 12, إثنى عشرة. 13, ثلاثة عشرة, ثلاثة عشرة, 13, ثلاثة عشرة. 14, أربعة عشرة, أربعة عشرة, 14, أربعة عشرة. 15, خمسة عشرة, خمسة عشرة, 15 خمسة عشر 16 ستة عشر ستة عشر 16 ستة عشر 17 سبعة عشر سبعة عشر 17 سبعة عشر 18 ثمانية عشر ثمانية عشر 18 ثمانية عشر 19 تسعة عشر تسعة عشر 19 تسعة عشر 20 عشرون عشرون 20 عشرون 21 واحد وعشرون واحد وعشرون 21 واحد وعشرون. From 21 onwards, we and is placed between the units and the tens. 25 خمسة وعشرون خمسة وعشرون 25 خمسة وعشرون 30 ثلاثين ثلاثين 30 ثلاثين 40 أربعين أربعين 40 أربعين 40 أربعين 50 خمسين خمسين 50 خمسين 60 ستين ستين 60 ستين 70 سبعين سبعين 70 سبعين 80 ثمانين ثمانين 80 ثمانين 90 تسعين تسعين 90 تسعين 97 سبعة وتسعين سبعة وتسعين 97 سبعة وتسعين 99 تسعة وتسعين تسعة وتسعين 19th lesson, the numerals 100 مئة مئة 100 مئة. The word مئة is generally invariable, and the numbers from 3 to 10 inclusive which precede it lose their te merbuta. 1000 ألف ألف 1000 ألف 200 مئتين مئتين 200 مئتين 500 خمسمئة خمسمئة 500 خمسمئة 700 سبعمئة سبعمئة 700 سبعمئة 900 تسعمئة تسعمئة 900 تسعمئة 304 ثلاثمئة وأربعة ثلاثمئة وأربعة 304 ثلاثمئة وأربعة 685 ستمئة وخمسة وثمانون 685 685 ستمئة وخمسة وثمانون 2000 ألفان ألفان 2000 ألفان 3000 ثلاثة آلاف ثلاثة آلاف. The word ألف, preceded by a number from 3 to 10 inclusive, is put in the plural آلاف. Preceded by a higher number, it remains in the singular. 4000 أربعة آلاف أربعة آلاف 4,000 6,007 6,007 6,007 6,007 6,007 8,100 8,100 8,100 8,100 8,100 9,006 9,006 9,006 9,006 9,006 10,000 10,000 10,000 10,000 10,000 We shall consider later the special rules which govern the use of the numerals. Exercise 17. Write in letters the following numbers. End of Part 1. End of Lessons 1 to 19 from a Practical Arabic course. Lessons 20 to 25 from a Practical Arabic course. Part 2. Grammar, Vocabularies, Exercises. 20th Lesson. Personal Pronouns. Vocabulary. The school. A school. Madrasa. Madrasa. A school. Madrasa. The indefinite article a or an is not translated in Arabic. A university. جامعة جامعة a university جامعة or كلية كلية a university كلية the class الفرقة الفرقة the class الفرقة The is represented by the indefinite article al. A headmaster. ناظر. ناظر. A headmaster. ناظر. Or رئيس. رئيس. A headmaster. رئيس. A teacher. معلم. معلم. A teacher. معلم. Or مدرس. مدرس. A teacher. مدرس. A pupil. تلميذ. تلميذ. A pupil. تلميذ. A student. طالب. طالب. A student. طالب. The library. المكتبة. المكتبة. The library. المكتبة. The desk. المكتب. المكتب. The desk. المكتب. A book. كتاب. كتاب. A book. كتاب. A copybook. دفتر. دفتر. A copybook. دفتر. A pen. ريشة. ريشة. A pen. ريشة. Or قلم. قلم. A pen. قلم. Personal pronouns. There are two kinds of personal pronouns, those joined to a word, conjunctive, and those standing alone, disjunctive. 1. Conjunctive personal pronouns. عندي, with me, عندي, I have. كتابك, the book of thee, masculine. كتابك, thy book. Who? مدحه, he has praised him. مدحه. He has praised him. The conjunctive pronouns are the complements of prepositions, nouns, and verbs. The conjunctive personal pronouns are, first, conjunctive pronouns singular, me, 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 thy masculine, ke, thy masculine, ke, thy feminine, ki, thy feminine, ki, him, who, him, who, her, hair, her, hair. A. Pronouns joined to a preposition. I have, li, or معي, or عندي, There does not exist in Arabic a verb corresponding exactly to the English verb to have. To translate the idea of to have, the prepositions عند, مع, with, and li, to, are used with the various conjunctive personal pronouns. Thou hast, masculine, لك, or معك, or عندك, The second person singular is in very common use in Arabic. Thou hast, feminine, لك, or معك, or عندك, He has, له, or معه, or عنده, She has, لها, or معها, or عندها, It will be noticed that in the Arabic conjunction of the verb to have, present tense, the dal of عند, the ayn of ma'a, and the lam bear in each case a fatha, except in the first person singular where they take kasra by analogy with e. 21st lesson. Conjunctive personal pronouns. Vocabulary. The school continued. Paper, ورق, paper, ورق. When the conjunctive pronouns are joined to a word ending in ta مربوطة, this ta مربوطة is changed to an ordinary ta. A review, a magazine. مجلة, a review, a magazine. مجلة. A newspaper. جريدة, a newspaper. جريدة. Or journal, a newspaper. journal. A pencil. قلم رصاص, a pencil. قلم رصاص. A penknife. مقشط, a penknife. مقشط. A ruler. مسطرة, a ruler. مسطرة. An inkstand. دواء, or دواية, an inkstand. دواية. Ink. حبر, ink. حبر. A page. صحيفة, صحيفة, a page, صحيفة. Or wedge, wedge, a page, wedge. The lesson, الدرس, الدرس. The lesson, الدرس. An exercise, تمرين, تمرين. An exercise, تمرين. A line, سطر, سطر. A line, سطر. A sentence, جملة, جملة. A sentence, جملة. A word, كلمة, كلمة. A word, كلمة. B. Pronouns joined to a noun. E. كتابي, the book of me. كتابي, my book. K. جريدتك, the newspaper of the masculine. جريدتك, thy newspaper. Ki. مدرستك, the school of the feminine. مدرستك, thy school. Who. معلمه, the teacher of him. معلمه, his teacher. ها. ورقها, the paper of her. ورقها, her paper. When joined to a noun, the conjunctive personal pronouns represent the English possessive adjectives. C. Pronouns joined to a verb. E. مدحني, he has praised me. مدحني. K. مدحك, he has praised thee. Masculine. مدحك. Ki. مدحك, he has praised thee. Feminine. مدحك. Who. مدحه, he has praised him. مدحه. ها. مدحها, he has praised her. مدحها. When joined to a verb, the conjunctive personal pronouns have the meaning of me, thee, him, etc. In the first person singular, a noon is added to the stem of the verb before adding the e. Exercise 18. عندي مسطرة وورق وقلم وحبر. We shall not for the present accentuate the last letter of Arabic words, for the accentuation of this letter depends on the position of these words in a sentence, and is subject to certain rules which we shall consider later. In enumerating a list of words, the conjunction we and is repeated after each word. معلم المدرسة. When a noun is determined by another or a succession of other nouns dependent each upon another, the last alone takes the article el, unless it is a proper noun. The preposition of, which connects these nouns, is not translated. كتاب ناظر الجامعة. عنده جريدة ومجلة ودفتر. معي ريشة ومقشط ومعك قلم رصاص. درس التلميذ. مدح المدرس تلميذه. In Arabic, the subject is generally placed after the verb. عندك كتابه وعندها قلمك ومجلتك. مدحني ناظر المدرسة. 22nd lesson. Conjunctive personal pronouns. Vocabulary. The dining room. The furniture. الآناث. الآناث. The furniture. الآناث. Or الموبيلية. الموبيلية. The furniture. الموبيلية. The dining table. المائدة. المائدة. The dining table. المائدة. or السفرة, السفرة, the dining table, السفرة. A cupboard, خزانة, خزانة, a cupboard, خزانة. Or دولاب, دولاب, a cupboard, دولاب. The sideboard, خزانة السفرة, خزانة السفرة, the sideboard, خزانة السفرة. When a word in English is rendered in Arabic by two nouns, the one depending on the other, the definite article el is placed only before the second. A chair, كرسي, كرسي, a chair, كرسي. The cover, أدوات السفرة, أدوات السفرة. Or طقم السفرة, طقم السفرة, the cover, طقم السفرة. The cloth, غطاء المائدة, غطاء المائدة, the cloth, غطاء المائدة. A serviette, فوطة, فوطة, a serviette, فوطة. A spoon, ملعقة, ملعقة, a spoon, ملعقة. A knife, سكين, سكين, a knife, سكين. A fork, شوكة, شوكة, a fork, شوكة. A dish, طبق, طبق, a dish, طبق. Second, conjunctive pronouns plural. Us, ne, ne, us, ne. You masculine, kum, kum. You masculine, kum. You feminine, kunne, kunne. You feminine, kunne. Them masculine, hum, hum. Them masculine, hum. Them feminine, hunne, hunne. Them feminine, hunne. Third, conjunctive pronouns dual. You too, masculine and feminine. Kume, kume. You too, masculine and feminine. Kume. They too, masculine and feminine. Hume, hume. They too, masculine and feminine. Hume. In colloquial Arabic, the pronouns of the dual and feminine plural are replaced by those of the masculine plural. A. Pronouns joined to a preposition. We have lene, lene, or ma'ana, ma'ana, or عندنا, عندنا. You have masculine. لكم, لكم, or معكم, معكم, or عندكم, عندكم. You have feminine. لكن, لكن, or معكن, معكن, or عندكن, عندكن. They have masculine. لهم, لهم. They have masculine. لهم, or معهم, معهم, or عندهم, عندهم. They have feminine. لهن, لهن, or معهن, معهن, or عندهن, عندهن. You have dual. لكما, لكما, or معكما, معكما, or عندكما, عندكما. They have dual. لهما, لهما. See page 29.3. معهما, معهما, or عندهما, عندهما. B. Pronouns joined to a noun. Your drawer masculine. خزانتكم, خزانتكم. Your drawer, masculine. خزانتكم. Our desk. مكتبنا. مكتبنا. Our desk. مكتبنا. Their lesson, masculine. درسهم. درسهم. Their lesson, masculine. درسهم. Their copybook, feminine. دفترهن. دفترهن. Their copybook, feminine. دفترهن. Your review, feminine. مجلتكن. مجلتكن. Your review, feminine. مجلتكن. Your pen, jewel. ريشتكما. ريشتكما. Your pen, jewel. ريشتكما. C. Pronouns joined to a verb. He has praised us. مدحنا. مدحنا. He has praised us. مدحنا. He has praised you, masculine. مدحكم. مدحكم. He has praised you, masculine. مدحكم. He has praised them, masculine. مدحهم. مدحهم. He has praised them, masculine. مدحهم. He has praised them, feminine. مدحهن. مدحهن. He has praised them, feminine. مدحهن. He has praised you, dual. مدحكما. مدحكما. He has praised you, dual. مدحكما. He has praised you, feminine. مدحكن. مدحكن. He has praised you, feminine. مدحكن. 23rd lesson. Disjunctive personal pronouns. Vocabulary. The dining room continued. A plate. صحن. صحن. A plate. صحن. The salt cellar. الملاحة. الملاحة. The salt cellar. الملاحة. A glass. قدح. قدح. A glass. قدح. Or كأس. كأس. A glass. كأس. A bottle. زجاجة. زجاجة. A bottle. زجاجة. Or قزازة. قزازة. A bottle. قزازة. A cup. فنجان. فنجان. A cup. فنجان. The saucer. صحن الفنجان. صحن الفنجان. The saucer. صحن الفنجان. The food. الأكل. الأكل. Or الطعام. الطعام. The food. الطعام. The bread. الخبز. الخبز. The bread. الخبز. Or العيش. العيش. The bread. العيش. The meat. اللحم. اللحم. The meat. اللحم. The fish. السمك. السمك. The fish. السمك. The dessert. Fruits. الفاكهة. الفاكهة. The dessert. Fruits. الفاكهة. The drink. الشرب. الشرب. The drink. الشرب. Water. ماء. ماء. Water. ماء. Or مية. مية. Water. مية. Wine. نبيذ. نبيذ. Wine. نبيذ. Or نبيت. نبيت. Wine. نبيت. The dining room. أوضة السفرة. أوضة السفرة. The dining room. أوضة السفرة. 2. Disjunctive personal pronouns. The disjunctive personal pronouns are, first, singular, I, أنا, أنا, I, أنا. Thou, masculine, أنت, أنت. thou masculine, ente, thou feminine, enti, enti, thou feminine, enti. He, hue, hue, he, hue. She, hie, hie, she, hie. Second plural, we, nehnu, nehnu, we, nehnu. You masculine, entum, entum, you masculine, entum. You feminine, entunne, entunne, you feminine, entunne. They masculine, hum, hum, they masculine, hum. They feminine, hunne, hunne, they feminine, hunne. Third, jewel. You too, masculine and feminine, entume, entume, you too, masculine and feminine, entume. They too, masculine and feminine, hume, hume, they too, masculine and feminine, hume. Ene roni, ene roni, I rich. Ene roni, I am rich. Hue faqir, hue faqir, he poor. Hue faqir, he is poor. The disjunctive personal pronouns are always used as subjects. I am, ene, ene, I am, ene. Thou art masculine, ente, ente, thou art masculine, ente. Thou art feminine, enti, enti, thou art feminine, enti. He is, hue, hue, he is, hue. She is, hie, hie, she is, hie. We are, nehnu, nehnu, we are, nehnu. You are dual, entume, entume, you are dual, entume. You are plural masculine, entum, entum, you are plural masculine, entum. You are plural feminine, entunne, entunne, you are plural feminine, entunne. They are dual, hume, hume, they are dual, hume. They are plural masculine, hum, hum. They are plural masculine, hum. They are plural feminine, hunne, hunne. They are plural feminine, hunne. The disjunctive personal pronouns render in Arabic the present tense of the verb to be. The book is useful. El-kitab mufid. El-kitab mufid. The book is useful. El-kitab mufid. The water is in the glass. El-ma' fil qodh. El-ma' fil qodh. The water is in the glass. El-ma' fil qodh. Fi, in, into, fi. The serviette is on the chair. El-futah ala al-kursi. El-futah ala al-kursi. Ala, on, upon, over, ala. As a rule, in Arabic, the present tense of the verb to be is not translated in the case where in English it is followed by an attributive adjective or a circumstantial complement. As a rule in Arabic, the present tense of the verb to be is not translated in the case where in English it is followed by an attributive adjective or a circumstantial complement. 24th lesson. The verb. Vocabulary. A room. A wall. حائط. حائط. A wall. حائط. Or حيطة. حيطة. a wall, حيطة. The ceiling, السقف, السقف. The ceiling, السقف. A door, باب, باب. A door, باب. A window, شباك, شباك. A window, شباك. The verb is either simple or derived. To write, كتب, كتب. To write, كتب. To translate, ترجم, ترجم. To translate, ترجم. The simple verb is one whose root is composed of 3 or 4 essential letters. Thence it is called either a triliteral or quadriliteral verb. To extract, استخرج, استخرج. To extract, استخرج. From خرج, to get out, خرج. To be shaken, تزعزع, تزعزع. To be shaken, تزعزع. From زعزع, to shake, زعزع. The derived verb is one which is formed by adding to the simple verb one or more letters which generally change its original sense. The verb is regular when its root contains none of the weak letters, nor the hamza, nor the shadda. When this is not the case, the verb is irregular. To drink, شرب, شرب. To drink, شرب. To drink, شرب, شرب. To drink, شرب. The accent of the second letter of the simple triliteral verbs is variable. Dictionary and use can alone indicate it. At this stage, it is unnecessary to notice the letters A, I, O placed after the verbs. See page 43, 1. To study, O, درس, درس. To study, درس. To cut, قطع, قطع. To cut, قطع. To open, فتح, فتح. To open, فتح. To copy, نسخ, نسخ. To copy, نسخ. With, by, of, to, be, be. With, by, of, to, be. Only, فقط, فقط. Only, فقط. To write, he has written, كتب, كتب. To write, he has written, كتب. In the Arabic verb, the radical from which the various tenses and persons are formed is the third singular masculine of the past tense. Past tense. I wrote, كتبت, كتبت. I wrote, كتبت. Or I have written, etc. Thou didst write masculine, كتبت, كتبت. Thou didst write masculine, كتبت. Thou didst write feminine, كتبتي, كتبتي. Thou didst write feminine, كتبتي. He wrote, كتب, كتب. He wrote, كتب. She wrote, كتبت, كتبت. She wrote, كتبت. You wrote, jewel, كتبتما, كتبتما. You wrote, jewel, كتبتما. We wrote, كتبنا, كتبنا. We wrote, كتبنا. You wrote, plural masculine, كتبتم, كتبتم. You wrote, plural masculine, كتبتم. You wrote, plural feminine, كتبتن كتبتن. You wrote plural feminine كتبتن. They wrote plural masculine كتبوا كتبوا. They wrote plural masculine كتبوا. The final alif has no vocalic value and is suppressed when the verb is joined to a conjunctive personal pronoun. They wrote plural feminine كتبن كتبن. They wrote plural feminine كتبن. They wrote dual masculine كتب كتب. They wrote dual masculine كتب. They wrote dual feminine كتبت كتبت. They wrote dual feminine كتبت. In conjugating the past tense of a simple triliteral verb, the third letter only changes its vowel sound according to the various persons. Exercise 19. كتبت بالقلم. فتحت الباب والشباك. الزجاجة والفوطة على الكرسي. شرب النبيذ بالقدح. قطعنا الخبز والسمك واللحم بالسكين. نسخوا درسهم فقط في الدفتر. الجريدة في الخزانة والمجلة على المكتب. الشوكة والملاحة على المائدة. 25th lesson. Past of simple triliteral verbs. Vocabulary: a room, continued. The furniture: الآناث الآناث. The furniture: الآناث. A table: طاولة طاولة. A table: طاولة. A drawer: درج درج. A drawer: درج. A chest of drawers: خزانة بأدراج خزانة بأدراج. A chest of drawers: خزانة بأدراج. A shelf: رف رف. A shelf: رف. A looking glass: مرآة مرآة. A looking glass: مرآة. A sofa: ديوان ديوان. A sofa: ديوان. A box: صندوق صندوق. A box: صندوق. The carpet: البساط البساط. The carpet: البساط. A curtain: ستارة ستارة. A curtain: ستارة. A lamp: مصباح مصباح. A lamp: مصباح. Or لمبة لمبة. A lamp: لمبة. An image, a portrait: صورة صورة. An image, a portrait: صورة. A drawing: رسم رسم. A drawing: رسم. A room: غرفة غرفة. A room: غرفة. Or أوضة أوضة. A room: أوضة. Or قاعة قاعة. A room: قاعة. To accept, to agree to. A. قبل قبل. To accept, agree to. قبل. To shut. O. غلق غلق. To shut. غلق. Or I. قفل قفل. To shut. قفل. To sweep. O. كنس كنس. To sweep. كنس. To explain. A. شرح شرح. To explain. شرح. To sit. I. جلس جلس to sit جلس or قعد قعد to sit قعد to send بعث بعث to send بعث to beg to ask for طلب طلب to beg to ask for طلب to pronounce لفظ لفظ to pronounce لفظ to do to make عمل عمل to do to make عمل or صنع صنع to do to make صنع yes نعم نعم yes نعم no لا لا no لا he has drunk شرب شرب he has drunk شرب has he drunk هل شرب هل شرب or أشرب أشرب has he drunk أشرب past tense interrogatively have I drunk هل شربت هل شربت have I drunk هل شربت hast thou drunk masculine هل شربت هل شربت hast thou drunk masculine هل شربت hast thou drunk feminine هل شربتي هل شربتي hast thou drunk feminine هل شربتي has he drunk هل شرب هل شرب has he drunk هل شرب has she drunk هل شربت هل شربت has she drunk هل شربت have we drunk شربنا شربنا have we drunk شربنا have you drunk masculine شربتم شربتم have you drunk masculine شربتم have you drunk feminine شربتن شربتن have you drunk feminine شربتن have they drunk masculine شربوا شربوا have they drunk masculine شربوا have they drunk feminine شربنا شربنا have they drunk feminine شربنا the dual form of the past tense having been given in the preceding lesson, it is unnecessary to repeat it in each lesson. Exercise 20. هل كنس غرفة الناظر وأوضة السفرة؟ بعثت الجريدة والمجلة؟ بعثت الجريدة للمجلة. هل قبل المعلم تلميذ؟ نعم قبل. عندي مرآة ولمبة في الأوضة. هل جلستم على الديوان؟ هل صنعوا آناف المدرسة؟ لفظت الكلمة والجملة. عملنا صورة الناظر ورسم الجامعة. هل كتب التلميذ بالحبر؟ Exercise 21. Did you send the carpet and the curtain? Has the teacher opened the door and the window? No, the teacher has opened the door and shut the window. Have you made masculine the furniture of our room? Has she swept the room? Have they accepted masculine the pupil in the school? Have you copied feminine the exercise in the copybook? Have we drunk a bottle of wine? Have they made masculine the portrait of their teacher? End of lessons 20 to 25 of A Practical Arabic Course by E. Ni'matullah and E. Chevalier.